Yo, math nerds, we're going to show you how to solve systems of equations by graphing using the TI-84 or something similar. This is our example. I'm going to try to solve this and get this graph, but using the TI and get this point of intersection. So this is sort of the end game, but we're going to start with y is 2x plus 2 and y is x minus 1. And assume that we have to solve that some way by graphing. We want to put it into our fancy TI, and so you hit y equals key over here and plug in the first one like 2x plus 1, plus 2, go down, x minus 1. We're going to use this key for minus and this key for negative, and it matters. The calculator thinks that they're different things, so use that one for minus and this one for negative. And then we're going to hit graph. There's my fancy graph. I'll show you some troubleshooting in a second if you need, but just if you're already on the right page, this is how you find the intersection. You go second calc, and we go down to intersect, or just hit the number 5. Hit enter. It says first curve. Use the sideways arrows to get that little spider, the cursor, close to the intersection. Doesn't have to be very close. And then hit enter. The second curve should already be close. Just hit enter. Guess, hit enter. Right? And so there's our intersection. It's at -3, -4, just like we thought there. Great, fine. A couple of problems that arise. One of which is sometimes you have a strange window. Sometimes it's like, sometimes you can't see the intersection, right? Depends on what your window was before. If you can't see it, you can't hit it. A good trick is if you're having a hard time with the window, go zoom and then go down to standard, which is zoom 6, and it gives you a 10 by 10 by 10 by 10. And it might not be in there, but it's a good place to start. Also, you can say zoom and you can say fit, which is down here, zoom fit, and that usually the calculator will try to find interesting points of intersection and things like that. It's not always great, and it changes the look of it a little bit, but you can still find the intersection. Another problem is when you say second calc and go down to intersect. Sometimes we get excited and hit the up and down button, and it says first curve, and if you hit the down button, it jumps me to the other curve. I don't know if you can see that, but here, let me move this up a little bit so you can see the cursor. Right, the sideways buttons brings it back and forth, and we're trying to bring this down towards this intersection point. But if you hit the down button, it pops it back and forth between the two curves, and sometimes it gets confused because it wants one specific curve. Yeah, so make sure you just don't use the up and down buttons, just use the over buttons. Walk it over, get close to the intersection. And if it frowns at you, like if we do this and it still says first curve, like that, and it says second curve, right? Just maybe use the up or down arrows to get to the other one, and then hit guess, and it'll tell you the intersection. Cool? Hope that helps.